what are your thoughts on hiring high-level people versus hiring raw people and training them your way? Specifically, I'm looking to hire content creators and social media managers for my brand.
I got a great answer for this. Something I've been talking and really believing in. How long do you need that thing to work, either profitable or support an ecosystem? If you have time that you can afford, bring them from zero, train them up. The loyalty's there.
Make it your way, yeah.
Build it the way that you want it to be, and you don't have to break any habits that maybe you don't find appealing to how you like to work. And the gratitude is just like through the roof. Like teaching somebody something and they actually become really, really good at it, there's no better feeling.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't have time for this and you don't want to invest in that person because of speed at success needing to happen super quickly, you go veteran. You spend the money to overcome the frustration of potentially them not panning out or working out, but now you're sacrificing a lot of cash.
Yeah. I would say just from the perspective of being a person that was hired as a just kind of green person, like I was the first employee at Strideline Socks and I worked there for 6 years. Like,
crazy.
Just to your point, like if you do bring someone up and they're not owner or founder of the company, but they join you early and like learn the entire process from zero, you really do like come out with a good employee because they're learning everything and they feel responsible for like just the acceleration of what the company does. And I don't know, I like hiring people that are like early, ambitious, hungry to learn. I think that falls into like, all right, we're going to have somebody that's ride or die for us for a while.
100%.
1, 2, 3 people. But then, yeah, once the company gets to a certain level and you've all never been there before, you're like, well,
you need somebody who has.
Yeah. Like, oh, we're making this much money. Like we might need a controller or a CFO or somebody that's like CFO is actually a good role. Like you don't want to bring in some rookies to grow with the company. You definitely need somebody that's like spent some time doing that away for other people. So I think when you reach a level that like founder and employees have never been there before, that's when you need to like bring in a vet.
Even if they've never seen it.
Yeah, we call that who's the adult in the room.
Yeah.
We gotta.
You're all pointing at each other.
Yeah, you're like, I thought you were doing this. Like Aaron and I are like the issue with
you and Aaron and all of the co-founders at your company are like all under 40, right?
Yeah, no,
and
literally. Some of us are in the low 30.
You're sprinting toward 100 million, but ultimately $1 billion where you want to be. It's like at some point you're going to hire some guy who's like 52 and was at Pepsi for 15 years. You know what I mean?
Our head of revenue, Brian Dewey. This dude's a veteran alcohol guy, a veteran cannabis guy. This dude's a grown ass man, like dad. Like that is a grown man that's done some shit.
Yeah, his kids are in college.
They're about to, right? They're like that. We have Amy's former head of marketing at AG1 and Sunbasket. Like that's a fucking adult grown ass woman. And like I'm sitting going like, this is epic. Like I want these type of people. Then I have roles where that dude's young or she's young and they're executing and like I'm going to let them grind a little bit longer because they need to kind of prove it.
Yeah.
The other thing is like, I think some companies can get to a point where they need a big dog. And
well, sometimes it's a statement. Sometimes it's like, yo, look, like this isn't a joke anymore.
Yeah.
And they might not know anything, but the first signal to the market is like, they got so-and-so to join on. Yeah. You see that at big tech, like how many news articles?
Oh yeah, it's like an MBA signing.
Like Meta signs so-and-so with Apple. You're like, geez Louise, why are they doing that?
Yeah. But I will say if you get to that point, but you're not financially stable enough to pay like a giant salary to that vet, I would just hire like coaches or advisors that have been there.
To lean into a junior. This is the approach that I should have talked about this because I care about that so much. Someone that has the effort and interest, they might lack the knowledge, but you're going to go pay so-and-so the difference of what a real full-time would be to come train my person.
This was
that's beautiful.
So one of the Bill Rahm, Baseball Lifestyle.
Yep.
101. I was actually asking him this
friend
question.
Of the pod.
Yeah, friend of the pod, Bill Rahm, from Baseball Lifestyle 101. I was asking him this question about specifically content creators because we're doing this at Royo too. So this is a relevant question to me. And he goes, "Oh, you're in a university town?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Interns and mentor pass, or interns and intro, like interns, and then go find the person at True Classic who can give them the SOPs. Find Alex Garcia, Oren John, these people who like know social for brands,
go
and buy consulting with them, buy coaching with them and have them coach your interns up and say, hey, intern or low level person, look, your job is to post once a day, but here's all these resources for you to learn to do it better and better and better and better. For the next 90 days, all you got to do is post once a day and you got to learn. After that, I'm going to start holding you accountable to like some stats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I like that approach. I have a framework that I use for like, do I hire somebody who's like veteran? Cause it's not veteran or rookie. You know what I mean? It's what scale of veteran to rookie are they? So if you imagine a triangle, I think of it like this. It's like one part of the triangle is how emergent is it? Like how quickly do I need to solve this problem, which is what you were saying. The second part of the triangle is like, is it the biggest problem in my company? Is my company constrained by this problem? Which is kind of how emergent is it? But is it that it's the biggest opportunity or it's the biggest problem? Does that make sense? Yeah. Opportunity means like everything's going well now, but I'm just.
But if we did this one thing,
yeah. So is it the biggest opportunity for my? So how emergent is it? Is if it's a problem? Is it the biggest opportunity? Is the other part? And then the other part is how realistic is it for me to hire an A player at this time? So
cash, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, cash. How hard is it to find? So if for us, where it's like we're trying to hire some people, some social media managers, content creators, how realistic is it for us to hire Andrew Huberman? Probably not super realistic, you know. But is he an A player? Well, absolutely, right? Like, so then it's just where on that triangle are you? So if you scored all those 1 to 10, where are you in the triangle? And like that's kind of where you should hire at.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's how you should spend for it.
Yeah, I like that. I like the extra ad that you put was how much of an outlier of incredibleness if someone were to crack this, and that like justifies the speed at which I want to pay them.
Yeah,
and the amount.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. So if it's like a big problem, it's emergent, then that's like we're going to pay up for it. Or if it's like the biggest opportunity, we're going to pay up for it, but we can do it. We can build it ourselves.
Yes.
But also, if it's the biggest opportunity, you might not want to hire a superstar. You might want to be like, I do want to build the core competency within the business.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So like with content creation, I'm kind of thinking about it like that. Like, yeah, we could hire a superstar, but honestly, maybe we want the core competency to live in the business, not to live in an individual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because then it's key man risk. Like we believe this
then
on
we can
finance.
hire whoever and teach them the skill.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
Which I love. Yeah.